What wisdom is deepening for you right now? What's the truth that's sinking into your bones, or what's the wisdom that's revealing itself to you, emerging right now in your life?
Yeah. Well, the truth is, it's really about relationship. For me right now, where I'm particularly working, and I love that question, what wisdom is deepening for me right now, that in every interaction I have with someone, I have the opportunity to bring myself forth, to actually gather up the energy to bring myself forth and say what I really think, ask them what I'm really wondering about them, tell the story I want to tell, whatever it may be, that I have that opportunity. And also to become aware of how much resistance I have in myself to doing that there's some kind of muting or exhaustion around that, where a big part of me just wants to not be vulnerable. Like, it feels like it takes extra energy to fully show up. Mm-hmm. And I often in my life can feel very, I can feel like an outsider. I can feel different from other people. That's just a long theme for me since my childhood. And so I'm coming to understand how I'm actually responsible for not going into that feeling, mm-hmm. And I can avoid creating that feeling for myself, not by fitting in, but actually by bringing myself forth more.
And so could you elaborate about how you do that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's, I have kind of a felt sense, I guess, of what it feels like to do that. And I have a phrase that I am working with, and the phrase is vulnerable leadership. And the reason the word leadership is in there is because it's not about leading on the podium in front, but any time I think we really share ourselves, there's something in that feels like an act of leadership, because we're bringing a new idea or perspective into the room, or we're opening a new area of the conversation. It could be dinner with 4 people, but there's still something that feels like vulnerable leadership for me in how I'm showing up in the conversation. So I kind of use that phrase as my touchstone and just try and remember it when I'm with people, and then go, okay, well, what's the vulnerable leadership thing to do in this moment? And then sort of, reflect on and journal about what happens. Mm-hmm. And what I'm finding is that it's very joyful to share more of myself, and people generally really welcome it, even people that I would have thought would not.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.